Hi everyone, it's Mark here again, and I'm joined today by one of our full members, Adam Hypki. Adam's a frequent attender at our free networking events, and he's a freelance designer and creative director with lots of track record in the arts and culture sector. Adam, thank you so much for being one of our full members and for joining me today.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
Where are you based?
I'm based in London, Woolwich, just on the Lizzie line and by the river, our
Excellent.
lovely River Thames.
I love living near water. I'm on the River Crouch in Essex, so I've just been down. I take the dog out at high tide, whatever that is, and we have a 5.5 meter drop on our tide, and you can almost walk across at low tide, which is great. So, yes, thank you so much for being one of our full members. As you know, we're an independent community with no advertisers, sponsors, grant income, so we're member funded. So thank you so much for making that possible. Would you like to say hi and let the gang know what you're up to and what your superpower is?
Yes, hello. Thank you very much for having me as part of the network, and I've really enjoyed the meetings so far already. I've been really great, and I've met a lot of like-minded people with a lot of interests in common. I was a senior designer at Trinity Lab and Conservatory of Music and Dance in London for over 12 years, where I sort of created, redesigned, and developed and was a brand guardianship of the current Trinity Laban brand. I also created a brand for Blackheath Halls. I have worked for Polish Cultural Institute London. I have created the brand for Polish and Shakespeare in Poland, excuse me, festival in Stratford-upon-Avon. So this year we're going to do the second edition of it. I also have done creative direction for Spirit of Africa Festival in Sheffield. Some people actually who live in Sheffield still remember that. That was really quite a lot of very bright and vibrant collaterals on my website. I have also done a logo for National Institute of Dance, Medicine and Science for Musical Impact, which is I don't know, some musicians might find it familiar. It's a lot of squashed instrument shapes with pink musical impact over it. I've done Albion Theatre Company logo. And well, as we speak, I am working on Ziemski Art Fund, which is a Polish art fund. It's a very interesting new art fund that is leading on art branding and connecting all established artists with new eco that sort of vibe, new blood. Really, it's a really interesting, exciting project.
That's
Yeah,
great.
that's
That's great. Now I should have pulled this up sooner, but you very kindly sent me this over, which I'm showing everyone now. So this will be available on the profile page that we create for you on the website. And this is an introduction and a list here of some of the clients that you've had in our sector, which is very impressive. And on the right, there are a whole list of the things that you do, everything from complete visual identities to roll-up banners for networking events, I would imagine, animation, social media sets. That's quite a toolbox you've got there behind you, Adam.
Yes, I'm a pretty all-rounder. If you scroll back a little bit, there's an anecdote. My colleague from Trinity Lab actually noticed, on your flyer, it says 360 marketing, and it sounds like you've got 300 because it's 20 years of experience. It sounds like you've got 360 years of experience in marketing, which I don't. I might look it, but it feels a little bit like it.
You probably do have 360
Yeah,
marketing
probably do.
skills, though. You have 360 marketing skills. That's great. And of course, this is where everyone can find out some more. So adamhypkidesign.com. So the links will be in the profile that we wrap around that. So this is great. And then some of the work, and then much more of the work that Adam's done can be found on his website. So do take a look, and mail at adamhypki.com for if you want to get in touch. But as I say, where this appears, all those contact details will be there. So that's great, Adam. Thank you for that. I'm sure there will be many people in our extended community of 120,000 across our 8 LinkedIn groups who'll be very keen to connect with you. So thank you for that.
Yeah,
So
I'd like that. If I may add something, Mark, just very quickly, sort of because it's such an unusual set of skills that I have, that I've got the sort of my first master's in marketing and then my second MA's in design. I am a one-man band kind of branding agency, so I can really provide quite a lot of support for arts organizations, arts and culture, who struggle very often with budgets. And if you guys feel that you can't really afford a big branding agency, probably you can't. That's fine. But then there is me, so hopefully I can help you and support you in this area where you think you might not be able to afford, because those services can be really expensive. But
yeah, I have a phrase to describe you. You're the
yeah,
Goldilocks solution.
Goldilocks
Yeah,
solution.
it's so you're not you have these big agencies who do a fantastic job but charge a fortune, and then you have these independent graphic designers who are perhaps not quite so experienced, don't have the skills, don't have the toolbox that you have, charge very little, but you don't get a great result. You're you're in the sweet spot in the middle, that Goldilocks solution, with the experience and the expertise at a reasonable amount. So there we go. You're the Goldilocks creative director now.
Goldilocks with passion for arts as well. So
yeah, absolutely. Well, I've spoken to several, people in our network who feel embarrassed by the way they look. And we're in the creative industry, so if you're in the visual arts, or if you're you're an art gallery, or you're a music organization, people kind of expect you to get that bit right, and many don't. And it's tempting often to just go for the surprise and the shock rather than the thought out and the attractive. So yeah, I think anyone planning the remotest change, or it's a campaign thing, or it's a complete rebrand, you and I will probably have longer conversations, because I'm in branding and marketing.
I know.
Yeah, but I'm not a designer, right?
Yeah.
So I can't see it, but I can hear it.
We
So
we are perfect match, because I understand the look and feel, and visual identity is just a visual expression of a brand and a brand story and all the kind of marketing behind it. So but that's my 360. As I can see it from every angle.
yeah, so I operate further upstream than
Yeah.
you do in that process. So I worked with a film company in Leeds last week, and they didn't really have a strong identifying characteristic that differentiated them from others. And we found it in our workshop, which was great. And so that now is the sort of thing that will be given to you, and then say, right, bring this to life visually, because we know what we feel like and we know what we sound like, but we don't know what we look like. So
well, you know where to find me.
I know where to find you.
I would love that. I just wanted to perhaps add one more thing about brand. That a brand can be a dirty word, and it often is, because it's sort of associated with commercialism, with that sort of capitalist world, and artists are often on the left side. So I can, I have encountered, and I heard it quite a bit. So it is a bit of a dirty word. However, it doesn't have to be. It needn't be. And the way I approach brand, and as I mentioned, the Ziemski Art Fund in Poland, they are going to be groundbreaking in Poland in art branding, which is its own realm. Yeah, so we've got lots of examples of very successful brands in arts and culture, and the further you go up that stream, the more you realize how important that is, and how it helps you packaging your art form.
Yeah, exactly. Bauhaus comes to mind. That's a
Absolutely.
brand. That's a brand, you know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
recognizable visually. It has understandable backstory. And you're almost creating, if you get your brand right, and I mean brand in the widest possible sense, i.e. how it purpose,
Yeah,
mission, what it feels like, what it sounds like, how it's
yeah, yeah,
described.
yeah.
And then you can then, if you then successfully bring that to life visually, it becomes something much, much more powerful. As they say, it's greater than the sum of its individual parts in that respect. So
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. It's funny you should mention Bauhaus. I had a dream about Moholy-Nagy last night. It's a funny. I don't know why. It's random, a random thing. Yes, because there
Right,
was
so
so many. Yeah, let's get rocking.
let's have some fun. Okay, so I'm just going to open up my questions here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to immerse you in a fictitious fantasy year of study.
Love it.
And I'm just opening up. There we go. Got it there. I'm going to create your fantasy cultural year from the answers to 10 easy questions. Okay. Now, I should point out to everybody watching and listening that we haven't really warned you about this. So this is utterly improvised. So, which is great.
Should
And
I be scared?
there are no, don't be scared. It's good fun. There are no wrong answers. So to place you somewhere in the world, I have to ask you, what's your favorite building? It can be anywhere in the world.
Yeah, so I heard this question before and I thought about it. So this one is a bit of a cheating. I couldn't really escape that. Um, and I love architecture. And actually, here in Royal Arsenal, there's really a lot of amazingly beautiful buildings. At Trinity Laban, of course, it's set in Old Royal Naval College, which is also beautiful. But you know what? The building that spoke to me, that came to my head, was Tate Modern.
Nice. Yeah. Tate Modern. It's that monolith. It's
Yeah,
great.
it's so
There's a good
huge.
brand. That's a strong
That's a
brand.
strong brand, yeah.
Yeah.
Of
Okay.
course, yeah.
So I'd like you to assume that you're sitting outside the that slopey entrance down to the Tate Modern.
Mm.
And there's a cafe has been put there for people to grab a drink and to sit in the sunshine.
So the one on the side, not the facing the river.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Well, is there one on the river? A cafe?
Well, sometimes they spill it out. The cafe is on the sloppy one on the side. You're right, but
Yeah.
the main facing is where the bridge is and the
Okay, let's put you there, riverside of the Tate.
river. Yeah, so
Yeah.
let's stay on the river. Yeah, I'm on the river.
It's
It
so
makes
there
sense.
you've got the
London.
river, you've got the Thames, you've got that great big sea containers building just up the road, you've got the Tate Modern. It's sunny, it's 6 p.m., it's June, and you've just enjoyed a fantastic day.
My birthday.
Okay. You're sitting down there, and on your right is a book. And that book can be either your favorite book, a book you've recently discovered, or a book that's been with you all your life.
That's a tricky one. So it's a book which is actually on my bedside now. That surprises me. It's a book of Polish poetry by Wisława Szymborska. She was our Nobel laureate. Yeah, and last year this is an edition with all her poems in one tome, and one of my best friends gave it to me when he came over for Christmas.
Lovely. So the Volska poetry book is on your right.
Yes.
On your left is the drink of your choice. It's 6 p.m., so it's not too early. What drink would you want there sitting on your left so you've read some of the poetry, you're admiring the Tate, you've been in there. What's the drink?
In that situ, porn star martini.
Love it.
But I make a really mean porn star martini with proper passion fruit, and I learned it in Greece.
Love it. I love it. That's great. Excellent. Now you're feeling quite pleased with yourself because you've just come from a meeting inside the Tate Modern. And they've been looking for somebody to do to immerse themselves in the art world and the design world of a different country. Okay. The Tate have been given a grant to send somebody for a year to the country of their choice, first class all the way, no expense spared, everything at home is sorted out, and there's a nice fee involved. Okay, sounds like the perfect gig. And they'd like you to suggest which country you would go to be able to inform the curators at the Tate about trends in another country in terms of the art and the design styles. What country would you like to go to, and what city would you like to be based in? You can choose anywhere.
Japan and Tokyo.
Excellent.
Yeah, that again, that surprised me, but this is my natural affinity towards design.
Yeah.
I think, and I've never been to Japan.
Okay.
That's a one of my. I've been quite a lot. I have traveled a lot, but Japan, yeah, it's still on my list.
Yes. Excellent. Okay, so you're on the plane. Okay, first class. You've got a bed.
Of course.
You're on the way to Tokyo, and the steward, your personal steward, because you turned left when you got on the aeroplane, has brought you a note, and it's a note from the Tate, the curator at the Tate. One of the conditions of this trip is they want to study you as well, and they would like you to limit your musical intake to one very specific genre of music for the whole year.
Genre of music.
One type of music for the whole year, to the
Ouch.
exclusion of all else.
It'll have to be jazz.
Jazz, love it. Jazz to Japan. There we go.
Yeah.
Any artists in particular that would feature on your list?
Uh, probably. There's so many. A monk, perhaps, and
A bit of
Judge
Coltrane in there.
Faye, maybe. Yeah, if I could have a range.
Yeah, you can have John Coltrane, Miles Davis, Thelonious
Miles
Monk,
Davis, obviously, Thelonious Monk. Yeah, I said. And
Keith Jarrett.
I would think I'll go for some Polish jazz, really. So for
Mm,
Daniko. Yeah.
okay, that's it. That's great. So you can
Yeah.
only and apart from the events that I'm going to take you to on this trip, you're only listening to that jazz. Okay. So give some thought, because it'll come back later. When you get on the plane later,
Okay.
right? When you get on the plane, when we come back, that musical restriction will be lifted. So I'm going to ask you, what's
All
the
right.
first piece of music you will listen to when you come back?
After.
Anyway, we'll get there in a minute. So you touch down at Tokyo Airport. A group of people have been assigned by the Tate to take you under their wing and immerse you in some art and culture for the first few days of your year, and then you're there. They're standing there with your name on a card at the airport. Okay. They usher you into a limousine, and the limousine takes you to your apartment, which is overlooking one of the ancient cherry blossom covered palaces in the center of Tokyo. Okay, beautiful view that you've got, and Tokyo is huge. I've been there. It's about the size of the M25.
I can imagine. Yeah.
And so it's great. You'll have a great time. So they say to you, get settled in your new apartment. You have a butler and a maid and a cook for the year, and they want to take you out to a dance performance and then out to dinner once you've rested and unpacked. Now, there is a magical theatre in Tokyo. This is part of the fantasy nature of this trip.
Yeah.
That can show any dance. Okay, any dancer, with us or not, any dance group, any dance style, and you don't have to choose Japanese art forms. So if you could watch any dance show, what would you watch?
I think I would probably go for something with Wuppertal Pina Bausch. So contemporary dance, but yeah,
Contemporary
dance
dance.
theater, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Nice.
That's been always, years, but it goes back in Poland, my love to contemporary dance before I worked at Trinity Laban. So that was a good a good match, by the way. Yes.
Yeah, that was a marriage made in heaven. That was.
Yeah.
Um, okay, good. So you've enjoyed this wonderful performance of contemporary dance. You had the best seat in the house, and your friends have said they'd like to take you out to dinner. Now, Tokyo is awash with national cuisine from all over the world, and they've asked you to decide what nationality's cuisine you'd like to opt for dinner.
Well, this one is really tricky because obviously Japanese. It's just very because yeah, I'm a bit of a foodie. I like different cuisines. I love trying new things. So being in Japan, I would definitely like to eat something authentically Japanese. I'm not a
Okay.
huge fan of sushi, but anything else, and I love Japanese sweets. You know, the kind of the like a cookie dough sort of. The rice dough. I love them. There's a shop on Piccadilly that I go very often. It's just I buy 6 different ones. They're like 5 million each, 5 million pounds each, and I
Yeah.
just I'm going to eat them in the evening, and of course rain or shine whatever. As soon as I step out of the shop, just waffle all of them one by one. It's just so delicious. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Japanese.
So you're
Once you're in Japan, it's got to be Japanese.
okay. You can have that's it. You can have the whole works. Wagyu beef, isn't it?
Yeah.
Southeast Asian, and but Japanese. You're going to have Japanese, and there's a term I can't remember the name of the type of cuisine where it's a performance almost, isn't it? In a restaurant.
Oh yeah, when but actually that is yeah when they cut and then slice all those kinds of
Yeah.
oh my God, yeah, that would be amazing. Yes.
I'm trying to think what it's called. I'll find out. But um, yeah, someone's shouting at the screen even now. Um,
Yeah.
but okay, so you've had dinner. Now the next day in Japan is sport day. Many of us consider sport to be a performance art. So they've said you can either take part or you can watch, but you can choose any sport you like to watch for the afternoon or take part in. Again, it doesn't have to be Japanese, but you can do if you wish. So what would you be tempted to go and see?
In terms of sport, do you know, I think I would probably like to see a boxing match.
Okay.
That surprises me too.
Yeah, that would
Maybe
because
because my dad used to watch box in the 70s back in Poland.
yeah.
Yeah, and he did a bit of boxing himself as well. So we had yeah, my uncle had I've got a picture somewhere of my now I should have prepared it of me as a kid wearing boxing gloves.
Oh wow.
It's
Yeah,
quite weird.
my grandfather was a big boxing fan. He was he was quite a small man, so I don't think he ever fought competitively. But when there was some on the television, he'd be like this, and he'd be sitting in
Mm,
his chair, sort of throwing the punches on behalf of the
yeah.
boxer. Okay, so you go to a boxing match. That's great.
Yeah, for the
Now
spectacle of it, yeah, the stakes and the yeah, urgency and yeah.
next day is visual art day. Okay,
Yay!
yay! And in Japan, there is in Tokyo, there is a digital art gallery that uses projection, immersion, screen technology, and VR to bring to life the work of a visual artist. And they can do any visual artist, okay? And you can even step into the picture. So the idea is you put on the virtual reality glasses, the AI has decided what's behind that and what's behind that. So you can step in and walk around a 360-degree rendition of a great work of art. Is there a particular work of art that you'd like to step into, or which artist's work would you like to immerse yourself in? You can only choose one.
Ouch, this is really tricky. So my first thought was Francis Bacon, but then I quickly changed for Caravaggio.
Somebody has done Caravaggio before, which is great because you can because you know the dying man in the Caravaggio, you know, you
Oh
can
yeah,
step in
Christ, yeah.
and you can walk around the back and see what's
Mm,
happening. This
yeah.
was inspired by something I read many years ago when Disney created the Tarzan animated movie. I think it was the first time in an animated movie when the camera moved. And because the camera's moving, the AI has to know what's on the back of that tree because
Mm,
it might
mm,
appear in the shot. So
yeah,
it's the same kind of technology. So the AI has had a look at the Caravaggio in 2 dimensions and decided what it would look like in three if he
yeah,
had painted it. So
yeah.
which will be fascinating. So yeah, you get to step inside a Caravaggio and immerse yourself in the work. There we go. That's a good one. Now, to lighten the mood a bit, the next day is play and musical day. You can, at the same theatre, you can conjure up onto the stage any play or musical. You can even have the original cast. So what play or musical would you like to watch?
I'll have to be Cabaret with Liza Minnelli.
Oh, what a great shout.
It's got to be.
That's a really good shout. Cabaret with Liza Minnelli.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
Michael York. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
I've watched it. I don't know how many times, and each time it just doesn't grow old. It's just such superb
It's a,
film. It
yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah. Work of art. It's been filmed several times since, hasn't it? But
Mm,
that was her defining role, really, wasn't it?
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So next day is movie day, and your friends have set you a challenge. They've asked you to think of a film that you love that they probably haven't seen that you think they will also love,
Mm.
which may not be your favorite movie, but it could be.
Do you know what? Because of the way that our brain works, and you've taken me on this journey, I think that I would maybe go with Caravaggio by Derek Jarman,
Mm,
with great
okay.
Sean Bean, who I had a privilege to actually work with
Oh, that's great.
later on. Yeah.
So
Uh,
I haven't seen that. Is that a film about Caravaggio by
Yeah,
Derek?
it's yes, it's a kind of, but you know, it's Derek Jarman. It's an old film, and it's extraordinary. Yeah, of course, with
Yeah.
Tilda Swinton. It's Swinton. It's yeah, it's a beautiful film, beautifully shot, with a lot of
Mm,
references to arts and well-known paintings, Degas and yeah, it is a kind of a bi biography film, but
okay.
it's artistic. It's beautiful. It's about particular aspects of his life and his
Yeah.
relationship with his models and his relationship with Vatican. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Nice. I'm going to look that up tonight and
Mm,
watch it. Um, Excellent. Now, tomorrow is Hero Day and because I can do whatever I like with this fantasy cultural year,
yeah, I
I've
love
booked
it.
a lovely restaurant, another top Japanese restaurant for a leisurely 2 hour lunch. Okay. And you can invite any three people, living or dead, and they will all come.
Wow. Okay. So wow. So this is so difficult. I think that I would really like I'm thinking Freud, weirdly.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
It was Sigmund, not Lucian.
Yes.
Well, Lucian maybe, but yeah, but
Yeah,
Sigmund.
or both of them. That would be fun.
I know it would be really
You wouldn't get a word in edgeways.
no. Darwin,
Darwin, Freud and Darwin. Yeah.
and I think that I would also like to invite um mm, 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 mm. Yeah, Francis Bacon.
Okay.
That would be
Interesting.
that would be some evening.
That would be some lunch, wouldn't it?
Or lunch, yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't get a word in.
No.
That's brilliant. Lovely. Excellent. Now, tomorrow, the next day, is if you're busy like me, there are some days, they're very rare, but you know from the moment you wake up to the moment you put your head back on the pillow that the day is entirely yours to do with what you wish. So no family commitments, no work commitments, all your personal admin is up to date, so you don't feel guilty about it. No meetings, no chores, no restrictions. We're going to give you all of the transport and the support you need. We can close museums for you. We can close art galleries for you. We can provide you with guides and a helicopter if you wish, or a limo. And you can do whatever you like in Tokyo for the whole day. What would you want to include in your day?
In Tokyo,
Yes.
I would like. So I can't travel anywhere else in
You can
Japan.
travel elsewhere in Japan, yes.
Yeah. So So of course, I would like to, I think, well, I would like to see some art galleries in Tokyo. I would like to go to shops. I would like and I would like to travel outside, yeah, as many places as possible. Yeah. I would
Okay,
like to
we could,
see Mount Fuji, those sort of sites.
yeah, we can send you to Kyoto for a tea ceremony as well, if you wish.
Yeah, I'd like that. Yeah, I mean anything really just sounds really amazing. So yeah, I
Yeah,
would like to pack that day with a little bit of immersion, but also seeing sights and seeing nature and seeing art, architecture. Yeah, meeting people. Yeah,
that's perfect.
a lot to do.
So that's the end of your, let's assume you've done your year, you're planning, you've written, the people at the Tate said, just come back and give us a half an hour verbal report, no slides required. Just give us some ideas about what you discovered that we could learn from. So there's no pressure. You're going to do that on the way home. So you're back on the plane.
Yeah.
And your musical restriction has been lifted, so you can listen to things other than jazz. What's the first piece of music that's not jazz that you would want to listen to?
So
That
I
you
think I would probably want to listen to Four Last Songs by Richard Strauss.
Oh, oh, this is a beautiful choices. I love these.
Thank you.
Uh,
Also, can we go back and record the whole thing again? Because I forgot about Charles Mingus, who I adore.
you can have Charles Mingus as part of
On
your
my
year-long listening. Charles Mingus, Thelonious
Yeah,
Monk. Who else did we have?
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can listen to Mingus all the time, so it's fine as long as I've forgotten about him. But there's so many
yeah.
anyway. Yeah, so now Strauss Four Last Songs. Um yes.
You can have two more. What else?
Oh, all right, okay. Oh, Annie Lennox. Nostalgia, I think.
Right, love it. Yeah, and one more, and then we're done.
Oh my goodness, one more. Uh, this is sort of I listen to so many different things. Michael Kiwanuka.
Okay,
Michael
nice,
Kiwanuka. Yep.
brilliant. That's the end of your fantasy cultural year, Adam.
Oh my God, that was a great tour.
I hope you enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, very
People
much.
have said, the Arts and Culture Network needs to develop a travel agency so that we can arrange
Oh,
these years. So wouldn't that be great?
absolutely.
Um, that's great. So thank you so much for doing this. It's been great fun.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been great.
Wherever this appears, there'll be lots of links to you in the profile. It'll go on YouTube and on SoundCloud as well, which will be great fun. So thank you so much for doing this, Adam. And thanks again for being one
Thank
of
you.
our full members. Don't rush off, but for the time being, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you very much. And just, since you mentioned the links, as we tested, the short adamhypki.com link also works. So
It does.
the
So
results so great. And yeah, I really enjoyed the journey, and yeah, I wish all interviews were less fun as this one.
thank you very much, Adam.
Thank you. Cheers.